improvements and lane marking, curb painting, street lighting, and others.
The roads were dilapidated. They were bad. They were bad everywhere. In Ikoyi here, on Victoria Island, the roads were bad. Drainages were bad, flooded everywhere. But today, the drains move, and we're happy about it.
The new HOPEWELL, IDOWU Taylor, and AFRIBANK Road network form part of the functional connectivity that serves the whole Victoria Island. The network discharges traffic into Sanusi Fafunwa, which also connects back to Adeyemo Alakija streets. And with over 200,000 estimated users, the project will bring great relief to motorists and commuters around the axis.
Our members are very, very active. Once they know that something is happening on a road, those living in the area quickly get in touch with the association, and we take steps to talk. I give you the example of the tankers. People do not realize what motorable roads mean in a community. Security, health, if there's an emergency, you need to pass a good road. Business, and if there is a health emergency, I said, if there is other emergency, attack or robbery, and the roads are bad, what do? When you have motorable roads, your environment is even better. You feel to walk around in peace without bumping into anything. You know, things that we're always ready and willing to partner with the state to make sure that the efforts of government is supported and it's fruitful.
With the road fixed, especially as you come in from the park, Muriokola Park, into Abinon, Badaru Abinon, before you proceed to ADEOLA Deku, the road was very, very bad. And the resulting vehicular queue would run back to Ozumbamba Diwe, create more problems for those who intend to fly through that road into Bonny Camp. So we had a lot of problems. Now with those sections fixed, we should experience a lot of relief. Now, that is a lot of plus point for those who want to do business also. They can move in there with very little difficulty.
The delivery of the project within a record time, despite the challenge of the COVID-19 pandemic, will surely improve interconnectivity with other roads, shorten travel time, reduce damage and maintenance costs of vehicles, abate perennial flooding and erosion problems experienced within the axis, and enhance socio-economic activities within the area. The roads have also improved the aesthetics, while it will add more value to properties located on them.
For me, as the president of the Chamber of Commerce, SCCI, what has been done for those roads will help the economy of Lagos in the sense that it will be easier for mobility, for transportation, and for a decent environment. The roads are quite befitting of the edifice that we see all around these roads in Victoria Island. The governor has done so much, and not only there, he's done many, and these ones are just additional things he's doing of recent, will be doing of recent. He's done many more in the past couple of months. And what has done now will make life easier for people. It's going to save people a lot of money in vehicular maintenance.
I'm excited by what they're doing. I see a lot of empathy. I see a lot of fulfillment of promises. Both Governor Sanwo-Olu and his deputy, Dr. Hamzat, have lived up to their promises so far.
The importance of infrastructure to any major city is usually very huge, whether tangible or intangible, be it in form of road infrastructure, with the telco industries now. There are a lot of other fiber optics network that is going on. And the direct benefit from the network of roads that the governor has put in place is huge. Aside from the value addition that the network of roads will add to the real estate, what about the reduction of chronic diseases? You know, it has always been my vision that we need to have a very compact Lagos. We tend to gain a lot earthwise if we do work within our community, that is pedestrian walkway. And if you look at those three roads, ADEOLA, HOPEWELL, IDOWU, and the AFRIBANK Street Road, you'll see that there are walkways, pedestrian walkways. So since the place is a financial district, you need not to bring your vehicles around. You just look for a very appropriate car park lots where you park your cars, and you leave the walkways. You leave the walkways for people to be able to walk, the pedestrians to be able to walk around.
The rehabilitation and upgrading of ADEOLA, HOPEWELL, IDOWU Taylor, and AFRIBANK streets is part of efforts by the administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and the Deputy Governor, Dr. Obafemi Hamzat, to continue to provide enabling infrastructure to drive the state's economy to 21st century standard, as well as ensure efficient and sustainable infrastructure that will support the social and economic growth of the citizenry.
As part of government team's agenda, we also key into that agenda by complementing what the state government is doing at the local level. And that has been our position. In terms of roads, Samuel Adedoyi, which we have also completed. Towards the tail end of the road, which is ADEOLA, HOPEWELL, there was also a portion that was terribly bad, which we visited, and we tried to construct the path exactly in front of Polaris Bank then. And so also engineering close.
I should seize this opportunity to express our gratitude to the state governor, His Excellency Babajide Sanwo-Olu, for all his efforts to repair the roads in Ikoyi and Victoria Island. As we are talking, so many other roads in Ikoyi and Victoria Island are being repaired, and we are happy about it, because those of us in Vera and Viset, we are concerned about our environment. We are concerned about security. We are concerned about safety. We are concerned about clean drainage, clean environment. And each time we run to the government for assistance, they always assist us. We collaborate with the police for security and with the relevant agencies of Lagos State government. And all I can say is that we are extremely grateful to the state governor for giving us listening ears each time we run out to seek assistance. He's been very kind to us.
Mr. Governor, sir, the Deputy Governor, Deputy Speaker, Lagos State House of Assembly, Honorable Member of the House of Representatives, Our Excellency, former Deputy Governor, all other courtesies duly extended. With your kind permission, sir, we'll take some goodwill messages. First on the lineup is the Honorable Member representing ADEOLA 1 constituency, who also doubles as the Deputy Majority Leader, Lagos State House Assembly, Honorable Babatunde Adams.
Mr. Governor, Mr. Deputy Governor, the Deputy Speaker, distinguished guests, please permit me to stand on the well-established protocol. On behalf of the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, and on behalf of the Deputy Speaker, and on behalf of the members of the Lagos State House of Assembly, we bring you warm greetings from the hallowed chamber of the Lagos State House of Assembly. Mr. Governor, sir, I have the mandate of the Speaker to inform you that the legislature is always ready to support your government and to support your team's agenda. For the people of ADEOLA, Mr. Governor, sir, we want to thank you very, very, very much, sir. In terms of infrastructure, in terms of housing, in terms of health, and in terms of judiciary, we want to thank you personally on behalf of the people of ADEOLA. In the history of ADEOLA, we don't have anything like, before you, or your assumption in office, we don't have anything like General Hospital in ADEOLA. But today, we have ADEOLA Maternal Center in Ogombo today. We want to thank you for that. In the history of ADEOLA, we don't have anything like judiciary in ADEOLA. But today, in Okera, along Ado Road, we have judiciary. We want to thank you very much. Mr. Governor, sir, in terms of infrastructure, we want to thank you for this commissioned road. Probably before now, like 1 year or 2 years ago, if you go to that 4 Point and ShopRite Road, you spend nothing less than 1 hour or 2 hours. That will face a lot of traffic within that area. But today, you can spend up to 5 minutes. We have a network of road that was commissioned by your government just about 8 months ago. We want to thank you very, very much, sir. Mr. Governor, sir, just 2 years ago, we had a lot of flooding in Ibrahim Adesoya. Today, if you go to Ibrahim Adesoya, you can't even spend 5 minutes. And a lot of massive drainage that you have done in ADEOLA, sir. Mr. Governor, sir, I want to thank you very, very, very much, sir. Today, too, in VGC, we are working on flyover road that will link regional road. Mr. Governor, sir, I want to thank you for the regional road. I want to thank our ASO on works. You have promised us that by June, you will deliver that regional road. And I believe that when that regional road is delivered, it will ease the traffic within that our axis. In terms of housing, Mr. Governor, thank you very much, sir. At least I can still count about 5 to house schemes that you have commissioned within this short time that you have been in office. I can still count the one you commissioned just about 3 months ago in Ikate, the one in Lekki, the one in Okunu. I want to thank you in advance for the one that you will commission in Shangotedo tomorrow. Mr. Governor, sir, in ADEOLA, sir, we are proud of you. On behalf of the whole people of ADEOLA, sir, on behalf of my chairman, on behalf of my Kabiyesi Oniru, Kabiyesi Elegushi, Kabiyesi Ojomu, and Kabiyesi Elejigbo of Langba, sir. Mr. Governor, sir, I drop my card for you. We thank you very, very much, sir. We are proud of you. We want to thank you. Thank you very much.
Mr. Governor, sir, the Deputy Governor, Deputy Speaker, Lagos State House of Assembly, Honorable Member of the House of Representatives, Our Excellency, former Deputy Governor, all other courtesies duly extended. Next on the lineup for goodwill messages is that of the Chairman, Iru Victoria Island Local Council Development Area, Princess Honorable Abiodun Adu. A round of applause for her.
Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Dr. Kadri Obafemi Amzat, the representative of culture and tradition, HRM, Alayeluwa, Oba Rilwan Ushuolale Akiolu, ably represented by the White Cap Chiefs, led by our own Opelua of Lagos State. The Oniru of Iru Kingdom, His Royal Majesty, Oba Abdulwasiu Omobolawo Lawal. All other courtesy duly extended. Today is a day of joy to us in the Victoria Island. The governor of Lagos State, upon his assumption in office, he made promises before his assumption. And tagging this today, and the ones he has done before today, as promise made and promise kept. Like our representative has just said, a while ago when he was giving his speech, he said, we are proud of you in ADEOLA, sir. Truly, we are proud of you, sir. Because so many things, so many projects, so many programs you have brought to this environment, which we never experienced before now. And because you have also made development even in Lagos State. This is an elitist environment, and you also let us know that you are not only for those on the other side of the divide, that you are everybody's governor, and that you have shown, and we are proud of you. I don't know why they didn't finish with the interview that I granted on Saturday. I told them during the interview, I said the Vira, they are very wonderful people. We have synergy with them. Most of the things that we cannot see, because we cannot be in everywhere at all times. They go around the local government. What they see, they are like police. They see something and they say something. They put them in writing to the local council, which we now follow up with them. And these are the ways we have been synergizing in ensuring that we bring development to the local government. I remember vividly, before the construction of Badaru Abino, the road was very, very terrible. And it's one of the high vehicular roads in Victoria Island that you can access other roads to ADEOLA, HOPEWELL, IDOWU, Taylor, and some roads that are adjoining that street. Sir, today is not a day of speech making, but a day to really, really appreciate you. Sir, my honorable has dropped his scarf, but it's unfortunate that I cannot remove my own scarf. But I also say thank you very much, sir. And we are also Oliver's Twist. We're looking forward to more developmental projects in this local government and in ADEOLA as a whole. Thank you very much, sir.
Let's appreciate the chairman, Iru Victoria Island LCDA, Princess Honorable Abiodun Adu. Mr. Governor, sir, and his deputy, all other courtesies duly extended. Next, it is my pleasure to respectfully invite the chairman of the Victoria Island Ikoyi Residents Association, the highly respected Mrs. Wonu Folami, a former cabinet member in Lagos State. Let's appreciate Mama, please.
Mr. Governor, good afternoon, sir. Deputy, Mr. Deputy, good afternoon, sir. Your Excellency, HRM Oba Ushuolale Akiolu, ably represented by the White Cap Chiefs. The Oniru of Iruland, my own personal Kabisi, because I reside in his area of control. I am singularly honored by what this administration is doing for Victoria Island and Ikoyi. We had a terrible time with these roads, and they are the heart of business in Lagos. We have the Institute of Accountants here. We have the Institute of Architects. We have FMDQ, who trains people in the stakeholders in the financial market. The SCCI is here. So many organizations are here, not talking of Institute of Bankers as well. It's a place where a lot of people do business, core business. And when it was in a deplorable state, nobody liked to come. Yes, there's going to be improvement all around. And I thank you very, very much. But I will continue to, like Oliver Twist, to seek for more. We are happy that we can talk to you and you will listen. We also want to use this occasion to demand your reply to our several letters to meet with us. Because as Vera, we are ready. We have written several letters. As Vera, we are ready to partner with government. You have built this road. You've left it. We are the people who are going to inform you if anything is going on there. And you need to know that. We are your eyes on the road. So we want to partner with you. We already partner with the Ministry of the Environment over noise pollution and things like that. We are happy with them. We are also, in the past, during the regime of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he organized an annual meeting of essential commissioners and permanent secretaries in Lagos State, like works, housing, transport, to talk to Vera once in a year. We beg, we implore you to reinstate this meeting so that we feel that we are with you. We can talk to you. We can work with you. And it's all for free. You don't have to pay anything for it. We are able and ready and willing. Recently, you had a problem with this Thompson Avenue Road when tanker drivers bombarded the place and they were going to destroy it. You called Vera, within hours they were gone. Because we have control of our members. We can talk to them. We can say this is not on. And I, as chairman, am always willing to support the efforts of the state. So please feel free to see us, to know our minds, and to tell us where we can be of use. Again, I thank you very much. You have lived up to your promises during your campaign, and we continue to believe in your administration. The Almighty Allah guide you to loftier heights. May you give you a successful tenure. I also congratulate all your commissioners, your permanent secretary, and all those who work with you to uplift Lagos State. Thank you very much, and God bless us all.
Can we make the applause more resounding for Mama? Mr. Governor, sir, the Deputy Governor, all other courtesies duly extended. With your kind permission, sir, we'll take the last goodwill message, which is that of the Managing Director, High Tech Construction, Engineer Dami Aboud.
Mr. Governor, Mr. Deputy Governor, all protocols observed. Good afternoon. HITECH is very proud and honored to be part of the commissioning of these 3 wonderful roads in Victoria Island. We would like to thank the Lagos State government for the opportunity and confidence placed in HITECH for the reconstruction of these roads. We are also proud to be part in the progress exercised by the Lagos State government. HITECH assures you of our commitment to deliver project to the best industry standards and as per client's requirement. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, since he assumed office, Lagos has become a huge construction site, not only in the roads or management. We're talking about the health sector, we're talking about the housing sector. Under the theme's agenda, he has ensured that his administration is irrevocably committed to redressing the deficits that Lagos is suffering. And today, he ranks first among his contemporaries. It is not a surprise that awards, recognitions are falling in from the 4 corners of the earth. It only speaks volume about the quantum of work that this man is doing. Some people might even be wondering that where does he get his energy from? But it is about a passion to serve. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, join me as I respectfully invite the award-winning governor, the most people-centered governor in Nigeria, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, as he is gathering.
Seated. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Only long range, lẹ́ẹ̀kẹ́ máa lò ń sìn, àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́, ẹ má bínú jàre kábíyèsí. Mr. Deputy Governor, Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat, we were just talking about, several years ago too, was in government of Asiwaju when we used to, like Mama said, used to have that very tough meetings with Vera. You need to be very, very ready when you go for meetings with Vera those days. Thank you very much, Ma, for reminding us. And I'm sure Mr. Deputy Governor also had said that indeed, we need to get back to those times. Her Excellency, the former Deputy Governor of Lagos State, our sister, Mrs. Adebisi Sarah Shoson, OFR, the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, here ably represented, also in his own personal capacity as a Deputy Speaker of the very vibrant House, Honorable Eshinlokun Sonny Wasiu. Thank you very much. And I use you to also acknowledge other members of this great House, especially Honorable Najim Adams. Very, very passionate, honorable member. Very, very, very passionate. We acknowledge and we want to thank our National Assembly, our Federal House of Representatives, our National Assembly member, Honorable Ibrahim Obanikuro, who is representing the whole of ADEOLA at the federal body. Thank you very much, Honorable. I know that you're also very, very busy, but thank you for coming to support us. Members of the State Executive Council that are also here in large number, especially the Special Advisor on Works and Infrastructure, Engineer Ramide Adeoye. I want to thank you and your colleagues for coming out also in large number to support you. Body of Permanent Secretary,
especially the permanent secretary in the Office of Works, Engineer Rotimi Thomas, the chairman of our local government and LCDA, especially Honorable Rashidat Balogun Adu, and other members from Etiosa 1 and Etiosa 2. Thank you very much for coming to also support His Royal Majesty, the Oba of Lagos, Obariwon Akiolu, here ably represented by our traditional white cap chiefs, led by Chief Ajose Eshegonyo. Thank you very much. Our regards to Kabiyesi. In the same token, to acknowledge His Royal Majesty, the Oniru of Iruland, Oba Abdulwasiu Omogbolahan Lawal, the one-time commissioner in Lagos State. Thank you very much, Kabiyesi. I was asking you, all of these tall buildings in Victoria Island, are they coming to say hello to Kabiyesi? Kabiyesi, are they coming to say hello to you? All these tall buildings, they don't know you are here. They are all in your domain. They should come and say hello to you, Kabiyesi. I want to acknowledge our leaders, our GAC members that have come to grace this occasion, starting with our father, Prince Tajuddin Oluyole Olusi. Thank you very much, sir. Our uncle, Omoba Murphy Adetoro. And our Egbon, a one-time commissioner himself, Mr. Wale Edun. All of you have come out to support and to acknowledge all of the work that we're doing here. I also want to acknowledge and thank very warmly our big auntie, the current chairman of Victoria Island and Ikoyi Resident Association, VIRA, Mrs. Wonu Folami, OON, and of course, other members of VIRA that have come to support her today. Thank you very much, ma. We'll continue to pray God to grant you long life, good health. People will not know that you are over 80, but you continue to turn up in all of the events that we'll call you for. Thank you very much, ma. The president of Eco Club and a former member of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Honorable Tajuddin Jayola Agoro Eshegonyo, thank you very much. I also acknowledge my Egbon, also a former commissioner, Honorable Oyinlomo Damole, Lawyer Agba. Thank you very much. Honorable Jumoke Okoya Thomas, thank you very much for coming. Acknowledge the management staff of High Tech, led by the managing director, Mr. Danny, and all of my friends from High Tech. I was asking for my own apron. Maybe I'll get one before I go. I acknowledge you. I know that indeed you've been part of the success story here, and I want to thank you very, very much. We also have leadership of our party here, the secretary of the party, the vice chairman, and other members of our great party. Thank you all very much. I just noticed, and also the PRO. Thank you. We're doing it all because of the support that the party has given to us and all of the agenda that we're working with as a state government. Eshegonyo, thank you very, very, very much. Other senior government officials that are here, residents of Victoria Island that are in their various offices, and I'm sure they're all popping and to see us. This is for you. This is about you. I want to thank you for coming out. Other invited guests, the gentlemen of the press, who we usually, typically acknowledge. Don't worry, you are not the last, but I usually give you the due regard. Thank you very much. Everybody is under the canopy. You are the only one that are under the sun. I always say it, and I acknowledge you, and I want to thank you for all the great works you are doing. Thank you very, very, very much. One day, your job will remind that you stay under the canopy too, but don't worry. Right now, it's under the sun. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. It's important for us when we come to occasions like this to acknowledge everyone. It's not every day that we'll have the opportunity to speak to our citizens, to come out, to acknowledge our various stakeholders, because everybody that I've acknowledged here is a stakeholder in one form or the other. And indeed, this is the only connection we have as a government to put forward our scorecard, to put forward the jobs that you have asked us to go and do, and to be able to give you reports of how far we're faring and what are the challenges. So I want to acknowledge and thank each and every one of you for coming out and for trooping out here this afternoon in Victoria Island. You will agree with me that at the inception of this administration, almost 2.5 years ago now, we promised to address a couple of challenges. We know too well that the state has so many things. But we said that we will look at infrastructure, we look at the degeneration and the perennial flooding that people in Central Lagos Senatorial District have had to contend with. Today, at the commissioning, therefore, we promise our promise is being fulfilled, and we clearly have demonstrated our audacity to reform critical infrastructure in our economy. And I'm sure you know that our economic driver is well espoused in our team's agenda. Under the team's agenda, transportation, traffic management, road improvement, and all of that are part of the critical things that you want us to do. And so a major focus of our Greater Lagos vision is the prioritization of urban renewal and the development of road infrastructure as a means of enhancing the collective well-being of our citizens. We have adopted an inclusive and a people-centered approach that covers rural and urban areas so that no part of the state is left out. Victoria Island used to and is still one of the cleanest parts of our city and one of the most orderly neighborhoods in the state. Thank you very much. However, the continuous growth of the area, especially the commercial activity, and by extension, the population growth, has led to various environmental and infrastructural challenges, among which are flooding and its attendant effects. The failure of many of the drainages and water channels on Victoria Island has consistently impeded the free flow of traffic, extending community time, and causing damages to vehicles, low patronage amongst the businesses, and generally poor quality of life for the people who work and live in this neighborhood. As a responsive government committed to the fulfillment of all of our electoral promises, and I think it's important that we emphasize that, in fulfillment of all of our electoral promises, we knew we have to do something necessary to address and reverse the issues of incessant flooding and all its consequences in this neighborhood. And so, around March last year, administration awarded the contract for the total reconstruction and the upgrade of ADEOLA, HOPEWELL, IDOWU, and AFRIBANK/Church Street. We took cognizance of the need to provide an effective drainage system and to improve the drainage works, as well as the need to provide good connectivity with other roads within the vicinity. Today, this contract has been fully and successfully completed, and we're here to formally hand over this reconstructed road that we believe will serve almost 200,000 people in all of this community on a daily basis. Because this is the financial hub of Victoria Island. This is the financial economic hub. And if you see all of the skyscrapers, and like our mother said, each one of them on the streets have one institute, one embassy, one major financial institution, oil company. That one is total there. All of them are connected in all of. So you can imagine the number of staff, you know, the number of visitors, the number of clients that comes into this neighborhood. And so the completion of this road validates our promise to improve the quality of life of all Lagosians, promote massive social economic growth, and reciprocate the support that we have enjoyed from this constituency in the past 3 years. Of these 3 roads being commissioned today, ADEOLA, HOPEWELL, AFRIBANK, and IDOWU. 2 are one-way road, which is ADEOLA, HOPEWELL, and AFRIBANK. And IDOWU, it's a 2-way street. The 3 roads, they form a ring road-like pattern that will effectively discharge traffic onto Sanispa-Funwa and connect to ADEOLA, Adeyemo Alakija, and eventually onto Akin-Adeshola and Ozumba-Mbadiwe. I'm confident that these newly completed roads will significantly reduce travel time, improve interconnectivity with other roads within the vicinity, and further boost business and investment opportunity in this whole area. The improved drainage system will also help to end the perennial flooding and erosion problem that usually experienced in this neighborhood. For some of you that don't know, if you come on AFRIBANK Street, the pool of water that used to be on this road, it's something that, we can only but imagine. And so the positive effect of this infrastructure upgrade will no doubt be felt within and beyond Victoria Island. As always, I seek your continued support to ensure that these roads, upgraded with our Commonwealth, are judiciously used and maintained. I urge you to refrain from any act that may compromise the integrity of these roads and undermine their durability. And do not hesitate to report to the authorities anyone found committing this act. And that's why we cannot agree less with our auntie, Mrs. Wonu Folami, for charging us and saying to us that we are your eyes. Indeed, Auntie and Vera, you are our eyes, and we take you as very important stakeholder and partners because you are quicker to address some of these things and to escalate when things are getting out of hand for us to have an ability to respond and remedy the effect almost immediately. It is indeed, we believe, it's our collective responsibility to protect public infrastructure. Doing this will free up government resources so that we can do a lot more. I know that with the support of the community leaders and the people in IDOWU, Victoria Island, the sustainability of these roads is certainly guaranteed. And it's important for us to note that we're not just doing this in Highbrow, Victoria Island alone. We're doing it, like we said, in almost all nooks and crannies of the state. There's extensive construction going on in Ikorodu. There's extensive construction going on in Badagry. There's construction going on in Ekpe. There's construction going on in Ikeja GRA. There's construction going on in Shutsi, Obashekumade, in Alimosho. Heavy construction going on. There's construction going on at Bariga, Sholui, and all of the environments around Shomolu and Bariga. There's heavy construction also going on in the extension of Etiosa, the regional road. There's construction going on Eleko axis, going towards Ekpe. There's construction going on in almost all areas, in Obadi, Ifadian, in Apapa Igomu, in Kushofe, local government, everywhere. And so we want to bear with our citizens. And we're building the rails as well. There's rail project going on in Yaba, in Jibo, in Mushi, in Ikeja, in Agege, at Marina, at Amuodo, everywhere there's one major construction that is going on. We want to appeal and beg that it's because we see that once we're able to do this, not only will we have solved the transportation and traffic solution in Lagos, we will have reduced extensively your travel journey. We will have ensured that you don't waste a lot more time on the road. And that's why the state government is ensuring that our transportation system takes care of road infrastructure, waterways infrastructure, and rail infrastructure when it's completed. And I want to assure you that we're on the right track. The Greater Lagos agenda is on course. And I want to believe that indeed, in the next 1 year, the stories will be a lot different once we begin to cut the tape or begin to hand over all of this massive infrastructure into our big city called Lagos. And so it's on this note that I want to thank all of you that has worked tirelessly to ensure the completion of this road and other infrastructures that we have in note is to thank Messrs. High Tech Construction, their management, and their entire staff, because what it's also about is about creating jobs for the youth. And you can see all of the several youth that have been employed, that have been recruited by this job. We'll be taking them to other sites that they have for us that they're doing. And I want to thank you. I also want to thank the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure, our own consultants, led by Mr. Deputy, the Special Advisor, the Permanent Secretary, and all the other engineers that are there, Engineer Kazim, Engineer Olajide, Engineer Sharafa, Engineer Santos, Engineer Shikoya, Engineer Dukoya. Thank you all very much. We do not expect anything less from each and every one of you. And so, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to formally commission this network of routes, the glory of God, and to the benefit of mankind, especially to our citizens in this Victoria Island environment, and for us to keep faith with this administration as we continue to unveil. Tomorrow is another day of commissioning. Join us at Elemero. We're commissioning a brand new school, one of the best that we've seen around, and we're also commissioning a total of 774 housing estates at Chongutedo, also in Etiosa. So we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Let me now invite the Permanent Secretary, Office of Infrastructure, Engineer Rotimi Thomas, to please step forward and move the vote of thanks.
Mr. Governor, sir, Babajide Olushola, Sanwo-Olu, Mr. Deputy Governor, sir, Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat, the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Wasiu Eshinlokun, the former Deputy Governor, Princess Sarah Tosun, honorable members of the House of Assembly here present, honorable members of the State Executive Council, our Royal Father, Oba Wasiu Gbolahan Lawa, members of the GAC here present, permit me to stand on the already established protocol. All gratitude and praise goes to God Almighty for sparing our lives from the commencement of this project till date, and for granting this administration another opportunity to impact positively the lives of the good people of Lagos State. Foremost, I would like to quickly recognize the tremendous support of Mr. Governor and the active support of Mr. Deputy Governor, Dr. Obafemi, through the formal commissioning of and rehabilitation of this network of roads in Victoria Island, which are ADEOLA, HOPEWELL, IDOWU, and AFRIBANK Road in Victoria Island local government area. This has added yet another milestone success to the developmental efforts of this administration. Special thanks goes to the members of the State Executive Council here present for finding time to identify with us and attend today's commissioning. On behalf of the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure, I deeply appreciate the Chairman, House Committee on Works and Infrastructure, Honorable Mustaine Abiodun Tobu, and other members of the State House of Assembly for their unquantifiable support throughout the duration of the project. Party chieftains and political leaders, esteemed market leaders, religious and community leaders, members of the various Community Development Association, CDAs, Community Development Council, CDCs, residents associations, and other stakeholders here present. You are indeed highly appreciated. We are also very grateful to all other distinguished personalities that are here present for their supportive role. I say a big thank you to the most distinguished head of service, Mr. Akim Muri-Okunla, body of permanent secretaries, head of parastatals and indeed traditional rulers, religious and community leaders, who took time out of their busy schedule to felicitate with us. I would like to acknowledge and appreciate the contribution and efforts of members of the project team and the leadership of the special advisor to the Governor on Works and Infrastructure, Engineer Mrs. Aramide Adeoye. The success of this project is the result of our steadfastness in ensuring timely completion of the project. We all can attest to the standard and quality of this project. Nevertheless, it remains beautiful only if residents and other stakeholders cooperate with us and maintain the standard. I say thank you to our contractor, Mr. Saitech Construction Company, as well as the project staff for the successful delivery of the project. I must not also fail to appreciate the motoring public for their understanding and cooperation in the course of construction of this project. I indeed thank everyone who have one way or the other made this delivery of the project a success. Once again, I thank you all most sincerely, and I wish you journey mercies back to your various destinations.
Thank you very much, sir. Next is the formal project commissioning. As I invite Mr. Governor, the Deputy Governor, the Deputy Speaker, Our Excellency, former Deputy Governor, as well as member of the House of Representatives and occupants of the first row of the top table, as Mr. Governor officially unveils the plaque for the commissioning. Mr. Governor, sir, you are invited.
APC progress. If you reach Lagos, better life for Lagos, better hope for Lagos, so better day for Lagos, yeah. Reach Lagos, better life for Lagos, better hope for Lagos, better day for